Let's start straight away with the only location and transportation credit, alternative transportation. It is somewhat lengthy, and as a result, I decided to break it up into three pieces. The first one focuses on the requirements, the second one on how to take the survey, and the third one on the calculations. This credit applies to the following types for 1 to 15 points. The intent is to reduce pollution and land development effects from car use for transportation. What sits behind the intent? This credit focuses on the transportation patterns of building occupants. Whereas the design and construction LEED rating systems evaluate and reward features that building occupants might use, this operations and maintenance credit determines how building occupants actually travel to and from the project. A transportation survey is required for all projects attempting this credit, as it gives building managers a better understanding of the transportation modes people use and the most effective programs for improving alternative transport rates. The baseline case here assumes that all regular occupants commute alone in conventional automobiles. Let's have a look at the requirements. There are no establishment requirements, only performance ones. And there are three options. Option 1, transportation survey for 1 point. Option number 2, the alternative transportation rate for 3 to 15 points. And option number 3, comprehensive alternative transportation program for 2 points. Let's dive straight into it. So for option 1, conduct a survey of building occupants on their transportation patterns. Regular building occupants must be surveyed, and visitors must be surveyed if either the typical peak or daily average is greater than the number of regular building occupants. And conduct this transportation survey at least once every 5 years. Option 2, alternative transportation rate for 3 to 15 points. So first of all, meet the requirements of option 1, meaning conduct the survey. And then demonstrate an alternative transportation rate in accordance with the table. Alternative transportation strategies that contribute to this reduction include human-powered conveyances, walking or biking, public transport, telecommuting, ride-sharing, compressed work weeks, carpools, and green vehicles. Again, if calculations are performed to a baseline case that assumes all regular occupants commute alone in conventional automobiles. Deriving the points is straightforward. If the alternative transportation rate is between 10 and 15, you get 3 points. If it's between 25 and 30, you get 6, and so on. How we calculate it, I will explain to you in the next session. Option number 3, comprehensive alternative transportation program. Here again, meet the requirements of option 1 and implement an alternative transportation program to reduce the conventional travel rates of building occupants, and at least include one element from each of the following 3 categories: education strategies, basic support strategies, and direct strategies. And I'll go over each of them. So for education strategies, what do we include? These include new hire orientation, employee newsletters, flyers, announcements, memos and letters, and a carpool matching website. And of course, this is to encourage the use of alternative transportation. So what falls under the basic support strategies? These include employer carpool events, guaranteed return trips, preferential parking, flex time schedules, or ride matching services. Then we have the last one, direct strategies, and these includes telecommuting, compressed workweek schedules, transit subsidies, introduction of a parking fee, a bicycle program, parking cash outs, employee clean vehicle purchase program, or carpool program. And remember, for all of these 3 strategies, you must implement at least one of the options provided. Let's start with option 1 and option 2, as they are similar. First of all, provide regular building occupant and visitor counts. For the regular building occupant survey, provide a description of the methodology and how it meets the survey requirements. And actually, this is the same thing in case a visitor survey is applicable. Then provide the survey results, including the reduction in conventional commuting trips for each transportation mode and trips not taken. For option number 3, slightly different. First of all, we start with the same thing, regular building occupants and visitor count, and provide a narrative describing the comprehensive alternative transportation program and its implementation, and provide supporting documentation for each element of this plan. Lastly, exemplary performance is available if option 2 is pursued and demonstrate an 80% or higher reduction from the conventional commuting baseline. This explains the requirements. The next session is about how to take the survey and how to calculate the alternative transportation rates.